Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman. I cannot believe that he is trying to sue the Martins.
So you defy orders, get out of the vehicle, pursue this unarmed child. This boy did what every parent tells their kid to do. Run. If a stranger is coming towards you, you run. He begins to tussle and he see he can't beat that boy. So he pulled out his gun and shot him.
Mm-hmm.
You got off at the trial, and now you got the unmitigated gall to sue them, to sue the parents of the child you killed.
Yep. I can't imagine how they. I mean, I know this is still fresh with a lot of people around the world. So I know it's really still fresh with, his mother, Sabrina and them, and his father and brothers and, his loved ones. But now you want to sue them. And the reason why, I don't know if y'all, heard about this, but the lawsuit claims that the Martin family and lawyers used a fake witness against George Zimmerman. Now, if y'all remember during the trial, Trayvon and his girlfriend, before he was murdered, Trayvon and his girlfriend was on the phone talking.
Rachel.
Huh?
I said Brittany, but I meant to say Rachel.
Oh, yeah. Trayvon and his girlfriend, Brittany, was on the phone talking. But they alleging that Brittany's half-sister, Rachel, pretended to be Brittany when she was interviewed by prosecutors and provided false statements to incriminate George Zimmerman based on coaching from others in court during the trial.
How would she know who George Zimmerman was? Why would she lie about that?
I don't see that part. I don't understand.
Like, what are they getting out of switching places?
I don't get it. I don't, but okay, that part I don't get, why she would switch places or why they're alleging that she switched places, or I mean, why was she, I don't understand. Why was she, if the girlfriend was on the phone and the girlfriend heard everything that was going on the phone, why would the sister tell some false statements to the police and pretend to be Brittany? Yeah. I wonder if Brittany was scared. But because she didn't want to testify. Remember,
Rachel didn't want to testify.
Right,
how can she say verbatim what happened?
It's all crazy to me. I don't get why this makes me upset. Only because of the fact that I was talking to Carmel Diva before we went live, and I was saying, George Zimmerman, if he would have just adhered to the instructions by the officers when he called in, when he reported the 911, and they called him and instructed him to stand down, stay in your car, don't get out, don't follow, don't pursue, don't, and he just had to. I don't know if he was
everything. Every order they gave him, he defied. Because he was going to protect his neighborhood. Sit your stupid ass down and let the real cops handle it. He
couldn't do that.
He flunked the mental exam for the police
to be an officer.
Yes.
So I guess he was like, you know, the movies where it might be a person and they might be like a security guard or something, and they try to get on the police force and they don't get on the police force, and then they end up working with the cops, and then they end up breaking a big humongous case, and then they give them a badge. Like that could have been like the same scenario that he was trying to, you know, trying to. I'm serious. All jokes aside, I'm serious. He probably was trying to be a hero.
Yeah.
You know,
it's you know, this whole case from beginning to end, it pisses me off like none other.
Me too.
And it pisses me off because I have a 17-year-old son.
Oh, he is 17 now, huh?
Yeah. So I can just imagine my baby walking to and from school, or, you know, walking to the store.
To the store or
minding
anywhere.
his own damn business. And here comes somebody bothering him. And because they don't know him,
Mm-hmm.
they don't recognize him, they feel they have the right to harass him and try to intimidate him. And if he walks away, they're going to follow him.
Right. And one thing I've always taught my sons, I got two, 22 and 18. One thing I always taught them, certain situations, you got to know when to fight. You got to know when to stand down. You got to know when to, basically, sometimes like guys, especially with guys, they don't like to back down. They don't like to feel like they pride, they manhood, they, you know, if somebody come at them, even if they was to have a piece or something, they probably would still try to, you know, fight them for it or something like that because they don't want to look weak.
But you know, my son, you know me, I'm a fighter.
Yeah, me too.
But my
Me
son
too.
is like the total opposite of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a Malcolm X, come on, grab a gun, let's go get him. And he's Martin, let's go write a letter and you know, sit down and sing. No, it's time for action. But I told him, and I've been telling him since he was little, you don't stop unless it's the police.
Right.
When you stop, I don't care if you way out west.
Make sure it's a lit area. Make sure there's other people around.
Lit and wet and is well populated.
Well, right.
Or you come home.
There's a Walmart like every
right.
How many miles? Stop at a Walmart, a McDonald's, a gas station. I never pull over on a dark road.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you know for sure it's a police officer. Still, because one thing I've heard is that you can pull over at a safe where you feel safe at. Mm-hmm. Now, depending on which cop you're dealing with that day, though, you know, right. We never know what we can expect, you know, from situation to situation. But the main thing I always told my sons was get home safe. Do whatever you have to do to get home alive. If that means sucking in your pride, if that means standing down on somebody that you just want to whoop all over, come home alive. Because every fight ain't meant to be fought.
That's true. That is true. Now, I have had to learn that lesson and teach my kids. You don't have to attend every fight that you're invited to.
Exactly.
But I have told my son and I've told my daughter, I show them. And I make sure they read the law, not what they tell you. Mm-hmm. Read the law.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna tell you all your rights. They ain't gonna tell you.
Get pulled over,
you know,
you ain't gotta roll your window all the way down. You can crack it.
I heard that too. Cracked enough so you can put your driver's license and your insurance papers through.
And if they got a clipboard, then it's big enough.
The clipboard, you can slide through and you can sign a ticket if you have to.
If it's just a traffic stop, do not get out of the car. Stay in.
Yep.
Lock your door because they will try to pull you out.
Yep.
Stay inside.
Yep. And a lot of people don't know these rights, and I think a lot of these rights aren't actually
And these
what
are,
I want to say.
these are constitutional. These are your rights. Go look them up.
A lot of people probably try to practice these rights, and police try to act crazy with them. But that does not mean that you shouldn't use your rights. Right. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't use your rights, because some people think, oh, well, this person happened to that person, this happened. Every situation is different. Every ending, beginning, middle, every story is different. So know your rights.
Know your rights. But be smart. Don't go into that situation with an attitude, because that's just going to make it go left.
Yes.
Know your rights. Speak on your rights. But
don't be so vocal
nasty
and combative.
Yeah.
And even though you know your rights, and maybe you get one of them officers who got an attitude. They had a hard day, a rough week, and they just don't know how to handle it. They want to take it out on you.
Right.
You might know your rights, but sometimes you might have to be.
Be
sometimes you
got to be like, oh, you got a rough night tonight, officer. I see.
Make the situation light. Sometimes I know people hate the term butt kissing when it comes to authority like that. I ain't gonna kiss their butt. I ain't gonna. These my rights. Some of them people who have probably passed on from police brutality or killings might wish they could go back in time and try to redo that whole situation, but they can't. And again, every situation is different. But still, sometimes when you get those certain police officers, sometimes you just have to suck it up and be like, I just want to go home. In your head, I just want to go home. Let me just be as nice as I can. And sometimes, I swear to God, some police officers need to be babied. I swear.
I already know.
I swear.
I ain't out in these streets like I used to be when I was younger, but when I was younger, honey, I know. I could have named you a couple of them right off the top of my head.
And it's sad that you got to do that, but that's one thing I always told my sons was, I want you to find your way home safe and alive.
My son too. So, one that I don't think he's going to adhere to, but I told him.
The 17-year-old or the? Oh, okay.
But I told him, you don't have to answer any questions.
Yeah, I want a lawyer. I want an attorney.
All you have to say is, I don't answer questions
without my parent around. I want my parent.
Right.
Don't let.
I've been told him that when if they take him in somewhere,
don't let them Central Park 5 you.
I already
do not let them Central Park 5
you. Say is, I want my mama. Period.
Do not let them Central Park 5 you. Don't let them make you sign no papers without no attorney, without no parental supervision, without no, don't let them Central Park 5 you.
Right.
That story.
That situation.
Wow, that part
was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Lawsuits will be thrown out. Hold up. Let me see. 402 Revenue said lawsuits.
That's what I said.
Will be thrown out of court on the first day. All them gangsters in Florida, though.
That's the same thing I said. I wasn't going to say it on here, though, but I was thinking the same thing. They so hardcore. They out there in the beans killing little kids and old people sitting outside. Where you at? Like, why you ain't come see him? I'm just saying. Shout out to the beans. Those of y'all that know already know what I'm talking about.
Lord have mercy.